Hey guys, so today I'm here to read and discuss and review a book by a YouTuber. It's called A Work in Progress. It's by Connor Franta. It's a memoir, and if you haven't heard, in the last year, and it's still coming out, there's plenty of other people doing this and their books are on pre-order, but many of the top YouTubers with millions of subscribers, and you'll be surprised to know how many people have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, over 1,000, which is ridiculous. But the point is, a lot of them have been publishing books, and I don't know what it is, but it's working very well. A lot of books are selling like hotcakes, and this is one of them. So I've been picking up a few of these just to check them out and see if I can get some, genuine, YouTube advice, something special that they don't just release online. And some of these books have been on the disappointing side. They were more comedy books. Sometimes they were just books of fiction, and that's great for certain audiences. That's what they want. For instance, WillYouLaugh, who is probably one of the most well-known YouTubers, especially in the makeup space, her book turned out to be more so on it's a work of fiction about this fictional girl. However, that's fine. This book really did surprise me. I'm not gonna lie, I went into it looking mostly for YouTube advice, and I came out of this book, again, I didn't finish the whole thing, but I read a great deal of it, all over the place. I skimmed around and I jumped around, but I've read most of this book by now. I was very surprised by this book, and the reason being is because I got some life advice, some life experience from this book, and some good stuff from this book, and I was just very surprised because this man is younger than I am. He's young, and he's had some life stories and experiences and perspectives and knowledge that I was just surprised that this man had. I used to think that, if he or she is not really reputable, then I can't really learn anything from them or take advice from them. And you don't want to take advice from people who don't know what they're doing. And then through certain self-help books, certain successful people, I think it was Abraham Lincoln, it could have been someone else, but you tend to hear a lot of quotes when you start along that journey. And there's this one quote that's been quoted numerous times in a few of the books I've read, and it's a good one. I don't know who it's by, I think it's Abe Lincoln, but it goes something along the lines of, everyone I meet, I have something to learn something from. And it was definitely said by someone who is famous and successful already. I think it was Abe Lincoln. And the point of that quote is to show you that you have something to learn, something to gain, something of value from every person you meet. And again, I also kind of partially learned this from this man who traveled the world, living close to homeless, but he traveled the world and interviewed all these people, and his purpose was to record and share on the internet some of the true stories of marriage and love. And the reason behind this whole thing was because he had grown up in modern America, and he was just so sick of the Disney movies and the reality TV shows and all this stuff that portrayed love and dating. And he really wanted to give the world a true version of it. And so he would seek to interview people who had been married for 40, 50, 60, 30 years and ask them all these questions about marriage. And you can find his stuff. He has a SoundCloud if you just want to hear the audio of the interviews. He also has a website and a Facebook page, and it's all under the brand called WillYouLaugh. So if you search that on google.com, WillYouLaugh, you'll find it. and he's interviewed many people. But I talked to him one-on-one, and one of the things he said was that I've interviewed people of all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, and ages, from 5 years old to 80 years old, and I've asked for advice from all of them, and that one still to this day I can't completely agree with, but I do think there's a bit of truth to it. Like, should you trust the opinion of a 5-year-old on all these topics? No, but sometimes they have insights or perspectives or things that you forget or that you don't have that may help you along in your journey. You never know.